Hey guys, so today we are finally going to be breaking down every single 4-year anniversary unit. The data is now completely in the game. We have the characters. We should have some new equips as well, so we're going to take a look at all that stuff. There's a lot to go through here. There's, what is it, 7 characters. So we're going to take a look at, I think, pretty much everything that UI Goku was able to do in the official video that they released on the YouTube channel. So I don't think there's much to go through with him, but for the other characters, we got a lot to talk about. So let's not spend too much time here. Art looks very good. I am a big fan of what they did here. There is some people posting images of the alternative art on Twitter, which did look very, very good. So let's just see. So he's obviously red. He's a melee type. What are his stats? So remember, these are his stats without the title bonus. Yeah, stats are pretty stupid. So again, I think you pretty much add like 6,000 to every stat here. So he's sitting somewhere close to 267 strike, 263 blast, and then over 170 strike defense and just about 170 blast defense. His stats are absolutely ridiculous. We already know everything he does here. We already know everything he does here as well. Yeah, there's nothing really much else to talk about. His 14-star Z ability, 3% to strike damage inflicted by Universe Survival Saga, and then 38% to strike and blast attack for God Key, Universe Survival Saga, or tag Saiyan. If you guys are interested in seeing my thoughts on this guy in terms of what he could do, I created an entire separate video for him specifically, so go ahead and check that out. But, I mean, this guy seems like he's going to be the best unit in the game pretty handily, in my opinion. This might be a character that doesn't work for a lot of new players just because of the way that the unique gauge works. I think in order to master that mechanic, you're going to have some awareness and know how the game works before you're able to take full advantage of that because of all the different things this guy's trying to do. Dodging, his gauge, the counters, like all those things I think might be a little bit hard for a new player to master, but we will see once he gets implemented. So let's start with Vegeta. We did take a look a little bit about what Vegeta could do in the initial reveal and stuff, but let's see here. So he has a defense type. He is blue. Let's go ahead and activate his full stats here. Okay. So this is actually the first, I assume he's a traditional transforming character. This is the first traditional transforming character we've gotten in over a year. I think the last transforming character was EX Goku, right? That wasn't tied to a revive. So, I mean, he was last anniversary, so yeah, pretty much a year ago. Stats, obviously, offensively are not really that impressive just because, again, it's the curse of being a defense-type character. But defenses are looking pretty good, 164, 165, and then keep in mind, he should be getting a lot higher stats once he transforms because that's just how the game works. He gets 5 key on strike card, and it looks like he gets 5 key on blast card as well, which is pretty good. Big bang attack, major explode damage, 30% special move damage inflicted for 3 counts, pretty standard. Pretty surprised this is only major damage. I assume when he's transformed, it's going to turn into massive because that's pretty much the standard these days. Green card is the soaring power level, restores own key by 30, nice. Increases own card draw speed by 1 level for 10 counts, and then 20% of damage inflicted. Oh, by allies. Okay. And wow, this is a really good green card actually. Shortens allies sub count, increases their damage, gives you card draw speed, and you get key back. This is a very, very solid green card because remember, this is also a stop time event, so that's nice. All right, so the main ability is transform into Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan restores own health by 50%. That's a lot. 50%. Okay, and then key by 50, cancels own attribute downgrades. Wow, you actually can use this after 5 timer counts. I don't think there's any reason why you would want to do that because you want to get value out of that health restoration, but I mean, the option is there if you want to just press the offensive, I guess. So the Z ability is going to give 35% to Vegeta Clan or Universe Survival Saga base strike and blast defense, and then 18% to characters that are both Universe Survival Saga and Saiyan strike attack. So he's giving a little bit of extra offensive power, but he's mainly defensive based. Obviously going to be a really good partner for, well, I guess both Blue Kaioken Goku and UI Goku, because they're obviously both Saiyan and Universe Survival Saga. First unique ability is Auspicious Tenacity. This character's main ability will be sealed from battle start until... okay. I didn't notice that. Main character's ability will be sealed from battle start until one of the following conditions is met. Own remaining health is 50% or below after enemy attack is over, or 50 timer counts have elapsed. That is like, if you guys remember when Red Bardock released, that is very reminiscent of Red Bardock. So we'll get to this in a little bit, but he actually does do something when his HP falls below 50%, so that's probably why they are forcing you to do that there. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. He draws a green card next, which is good. We know how good that green card is now, so that's obviously a very, very good effect. 30% damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 20% for 10 counts, and then 60% to key recovery for 15 timer counts. Not very impressive in terms of like start of battle buffs, but maybe something. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, that's much better. Applies the following effects itself from the battle start. So he's only getting these when he enters the battlefield, which makes sense. So he's getting 30% damage, 20% reduced damage received. So he's still getting. Okay, he's still getting 70% reduced damage received for the first. What is this? 20 counts, or sorry, 10 counts when he enters the battlefield. That's really good. And he's also getting, what is this? Yeah, 110% damage inflicted. The following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy strike, blast, special move, ultimate, or awakened card. Reduces their ki by 5, so Green Goku, Black, Red, Merge Zamasu ability. And then he gets 15% damage inflicted for 15 counts. Also applies the following effects to enemy if own health is 50% or below. Now, this is the thing I'm not sure how this works. Does this work in the middle of a combo? So if you're getting comboed and your HP is below 50%, does that activate right away and stop the combo? I assume that's what happens because that's how this looks, right? So basically, you guaranteed stop the enemy from being able to do anything. You reduce their ki by 100 and destroy all their cards. Now, there's characters like Angel, Golden Frieza who don't really care about this because this activates and then they just pop their main ability and you can't do anything. Like they just continue. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and click this transformation button here. His stats really don't go up that much. 249, 240 to 264, 255, and then his defenses go up by about like 10,000, 11, 12,000 each. But these stats are good. Defensively, he's going to be very tanky. Keep in mind, 176,000 to both defenses. Then he's also getting 70% damage reduction, and he has the boost from PvP tiers. So, all right, his main ability becomes draws a special move arts card next, restores own health by 15% and ki by 50, cancels own attribute downgrades and of normal conditions. Let's just go check out. All right, so these are the same. What does this blue card turn into? Yeah, there we go. Massive damage. God Break Shot deals massive impact damage. 30% of special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation, and it has blast armor. This is a charging forward blue card. His green card, Cerulean God's Fury, actually is the same, I think. Yeah, it looks like it's the same, which is fine because this was already a really good green card, so I have no issues at all with this not changing at all. First unique ability is the Azure Radiance. Applies the following effects to self after transforming. 90% of damage inflicted, 50% reduced damage received, card draw speed. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Restores ki by 30, 30% damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 20%, and then 80% to ki recovery. That is very, very good. This ki recovery is going to come in handy because he's going to, in a lot of instances, have double card draw speed with this popped right here. Because remember, this green card gives him card draw speed for 10 counts. So that in combination with the base card draw speed he has is going to allow him to have double card draw speed with 80% ki recovery. That's going to be very devastating. Superior fighting prowess. The following effects occur every time his character is hit. It's kind of the same effect there. And then he has like a Super Vegeta style ability here where he gets buffs depending on what cards he draws. So pretty interesting. This guy definitely looks very good. I think this guy will be very, very annoying to fight against, especially with that 50% health thing that he does. Well, let's move on to the next character, which is going to be an EX Yurin. Yurin, however you want to say that. Yeah, so they're introducing 2 new EXs, this Yurin, and then we have base Kale. Very interesting. Sure. All right, so max stats. You're not going to get her here, so whatever. She is a melee type character. Very, very low stats. Oh my god, these are so bad. Holds 2 strike cards. Oh my god. 20% chance to inflict paralysis on hit. Inflicts enemy attribute downgrade plus 10% of damage received, 15 counts. Okay. Talisman of Control deals massive impact damage. Applies attribute upgrade minus 30% to enemy sustained damage cut effects to stealth for 3 timer counts upon activation. Green card is Extreme Tantrum. Draws a special move arts card next. Activates twice. Okay, so she can force draw 2 blue cards. Restores own ki by 30. 50% damage inflicted for 20 counts, 50% special move damage inflicted for 20 counts, minus 3 to own, strike, and blast arts cost for 20 counts, which is enemy ki by 30. Does she do enough with this green card? What is this? And she destroys 2 enemy cards. That's like 6 effects in there. Okay, I guess. Main ability is going to be Star Pupil of the Crane School. Restores own health by 20%, restores ally health by 15%. So he's actually a team heal, okay. Own card draw speed by 2 levels for 10 timer counts. -5 to own arts cost for 10 timer counts. So, kind of interesting. A team heal is pretty nice. Z ability is 32% to Universe Survival Saga, Girls, Base Strike Attack, and Defense, and 18% to characters that are in both of those tags, Blast Attack by 18%. First unique ability is Troublemaker, 30% to damage inflicted against all characters except girls. Okay. Interesting. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. 70% of damage inflicted, and then reduces damage by 50%. Every single character that comes out these days has that 50% buff sort of built into their kits here. Reduces enemy ki by 20 when this character is switched to standby. Reduces enemy... That's interesting. That's the first time I think we've ever seen an ability like that. Reducing the enemy ki when you switch to a different character. Okay. Secret Plan for Revenge randomly draws at most 2 new cards if you have 3 or fewer cards when this character enters the battlefield. Wow, so she can draw 2 cards? That's pretty good. Applies the following effects itself every time an arts card is drawn of this character's in the battlefield. So she gets 10 ki, 15% strike damage inflicted, and then -3 special move cost, which is going to be very good because you're basically guaranteed in most instances to draw 2 cards when you enter the battlefield in the middle of a combo with this character. So basically, whenever you switch in with her, pretty much, she's always going to be restoring ki by 20, getting 30% strike damage, and then -6 to special move arts costs. So she seems pretty good. I mean, I don't really know if you'd be running her on a Universe Survival Saga team, but I guess for girls, she'd be good. All right, let's take a look at Kale here. Base Kale. All right, so, again, oh, she's a support type. She's doomed. Her stats are so bad. 231, 233, 156. Yeah, this... Why do they gimp support and defense types so much? Alright, well, she holds a strike and a blast here. Strike and blast are normal. Blue card is the Resist Cannon. Deals major impact damage and nullifies allies' attribute downgrades for 20 counts upon activation. Nullifies allies' attribute downgrades for 20 counts. So that's actually a 20-second buff that you apply to your whole team that prevents you from getting inflicted with attribute. That's actually very interesting. I think that's the first time we've seen that on a blue card. Alright, green card, restores own ki by 10. Oh, she actually has a team heal on her green card. Okay. So, 10 ki to herself, which is whatever. I mean, it's... it costs 9 ki, so you're netting 1 ki from this. Sure, I guess. Restores ally health by 10%, 10% damage inflicted by allies, and then shorten... Oh, wow. Shortens ally sub count by 3? Okay. This is a... this is a very good green card. The difference between shortening ally sub count by 2 and 3 is actually a lot. So that's a very, very good effect there. Main ability is Jealous Glare, draws a special arts card next. So she actually force draws a green card with her main. Reduces enemy ki by 60. Okay. Inflicts enemy attribute downgrade minus 100% to ki recovery for 10 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with 4 sub counts. And then applies attribute upgrade, shortens sub count by 4 to self for 30 counts. So she has a lot of sub count manipulation for both you and the enemy team. Z ability, Episode Universe Survival Saga or Tag Rival Universe, base blast attack and defense, and 18% to tag girls, base strike attack. Okay. So she's more of a blast-based buffer for her Z ability. First unique ability is Cherish Sisterly Bond. The following effects occur when battle starts. 15% of damage inflicted by allies. So she has like a blanket support type buff just for being on the team. 10% of damage inflicted by allied tag girls, and then 10% damage inflicted by allied tag rival universe. So if you are a rival universe girl character on the same team as this character, you're getting... So she's giving you 35% just straight up support for existing. Obviously meant to be geared towards, Khalifa, Kale, and Kefla, right? The following effects occur when this character is switched to standby. It restores ally ki by 30 and reduces enemy ki by 20. So actually that's a similar effect to we saw with yurin, right? Because she's reducing the enemy ki when she switches, which is interesting. Timid Saiyan Heroine. The following effects occur per remaining battle member when this character enters the battlefield. 25% of damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 20%, reduces enemy ki by 5. So, per remaining battle member means that, I assume that includes herself, right? So if you have a full team of 3 characters that are alive still, You're getting 75% damage inflicted, 60% reduced damage received, and reducing enemy ki by 15. Okay. Effects reset after characters switch. The following effects occur when this character is defeated. So she also has death buffs. She heals the whole team by 20% and then reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 2. So she is like a major support character. She herself is going to be doing like next to no damage, I think, but she is like a hyper support character. Interesting. All right, let's move on to the free characters. We're going to start with Krillin and then go to Tien and then Goku because that is the order in which you receive them. All right, so they gave Krillin the Zeno and Grand Priest background there. So he's a yellow defense type. Let's see. Well, defenses are very high, but offenses are terrible. Oh my god, his offenses are so bad. But yeah, those are very high defenses. Because remember, this is without the title boost, so he's going to be sitting at like literally 177,000 blast defense and 175,000 strike. Like that, those are very high defenses. Normal strike and blast. Destructo Disc is the blue card. Major slice damage applies the following effects to enemy on hit. 100% chance to inflict heavy bleed. Reduces Dragon Balls by 1. So you can do that for 3 times. That's going to be very annoying. I can tell you right now. The green card is restores ally health by 10%. And then cancels allies' attribute downgrades at abnormal conditions. Not really a huge fan of that, to be honest. Alright, his main ability draws a special art. So his main ability draws a green card. Gives himself 30% HP and 30 ki. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade -1 to arts card draw speed level for 30 timer counts. That's 30 counts for that. That is super annoying. And then cancels enemies attribute upgrades. That's pretty powerful. Z ability, 28% to Universe Survival Saga or Super Warrior. Super Warrior Anniversary buffs. Base strike and blast defense, and then 18% to tag event exclusive blast attack. We're really doing this event exclusive thing here. Ugh. All right. First unique ability applies the following effects to self when battle starts. 65% to damage inflicted. Reduces damage received by 40%. The following effects occur every time when faced with an enemy. Shortens ally sub count by 1. 20% damage inflicted, and then reduces damage received by 10% for 10 counts. So you enter the battlefield with this guy, he's basically entering with 85% damage inflicted and 50% reduced damage received if you count this bottom portion. Drawing on experience is the second unique ability here. Shortens own sub count by 2 as default. Okay. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly destroys one enemy card and then he gets 50% to own ki recovery for 10 counts. The following effects occur when this character is switched to standby. Gradually restores own health each timer count for 20 counts. Ally ki by 30 is very good. And then 30% to special move damage inflicted by allies. Is that the first time we've ever seen a blue card specific damage buff for allies? I think it might be. But that could be very interesting. Like a character that specializes in special moves, like full power Frieza, getting buffed by Krillin. How ironic is that? All right, next we have Tien, who is green. He is a range type. Oh, they gave all of these guys the Zeno and Grand Priest background. Okay. Let's go ahead and pump him up to 14 stars. So once he gets his title boost, he should be sitting at like 200 and what is that, like 63,000 blast attack, which is not bad at all for a free character. I'll take that. Defense is comfortably over 160, so that's good. No complaints at all about his stats. Normal strike and blast here. The blue card is the Tri-Beam, deals major impact damage, applies the following effects to self-spawn activation. 15% of special move damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Oh, that actually stacks. Okay. So you can stack up to 30% special move damage inflicted. And then also you can stack up special move cost down up to -20. So you can have permanent -20% special move costs with it dealing 30% extra damage. That's pretty good. I assume the Krillin that we just looked at is meant to be used alongside the Tien, obviously, right? He specifically buffs blue card damage, and then Tien's blue card is like his focus of his kit, I assume. So that's probably what they did that. All right, the Solar Flare is the green card, which we know how annoying Solar Flare is. Inflicts enemy with flash. Draws a... Okay, yes. This Force draws the blue card. Surprise, surprise. And then he restores own ki by 40. Applies attribute upgrade -30% enemy sustained damage cut. Okay. I do like this green card. If you're able to... if you're somebody who's good at like overriding long range blasts with blues and greens, this is going to be a very good green card. I mean, the most recent character we saw that actually used Solar Flare, I think, is Green 21. I do like the solo player in this game. I think it's pretty good. All right, abilities. Let's see. Draws another blue card. So again, he's just meant to use and draw a bunch of blue cards. He heals by 30%, ki by 50, and then he gets 30% special move damage inflicted, 20% of blast damage inflicted. Now those are those are both permanent buffs. So you probably want to pop this sooner rather than later, I assume, just to get it out of there and just to get your damage buffs. But the healing could be pretty important to save for later, so it just depends on the situation. 28% to Episode Universe Survival Saga or Tag Super Warrior base blast attack and defense. And then we got some more event exclusive buffs there, which I'm not a huge fan of, but whatever. Applies the flying effects itself when battle starts. 60% to damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 30%. 30% is a little bit low. And then 30% to ki recovery. Applies the flying effects itself when this character enters the battlefield. So he gets 40 ki, gradually restores health each timer count for 30 counts. And then there's the remaining, reduces damage received 20%, because you have the golden rule, you have to make it 50. Has to be 50 somehow. All right. While this character is in the battlefield, applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card. 5 ki restored, and then 15% of damage inflicted by self for 10 counts. That's pretty good. Applies the following effects to self every time another battle member is hit with an enemy strike or blast arts attack. Nullifies own unfavorable element factor for 5 counts. 10% to blast damage inflicted, and then -3 to blast arts cost. Okay, so assuming that you're running Krillin, right? That's what they want you to do with this tien. They want you to run them both together. Assuming Krillin gets hit 5 times, because his defense is really, really high. It's what he's designed to do. You're going to be getting 50% blast damage from this. He's entering the battlefield with 60% damage. That's 110% blast damage. And if you pop the main ability, he's going to be getting another 20%. So he's basically going to be at 130% blast attack with all these special move specific buffs. This guy's going to be hitting very hard. I'm telling you guys right now, him with the Krillin support is going to be a pretty devastating combo, I think. Okay, last but not least, we have the base form Goku here. This is the last of the 3 free-to-play characters you're going to be able to get from that event. So he is a purple melee-type character. Let's see what he looks like here. Defenses are going to look really good. This is, again, he's going to be at over 170 to both defenses. Strike attack is going to be hovering at around like 257, I would say, somewhere around there, which is not bad. It's fine. No complaints about that stat at all. Normal strike and blast, it looks like. Does the Kamehameha, massive impact damage, and then gets 30 ki upon activation. Not too bad. The green card restores ki by 30, off to a good start. 20% damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Increases own arts card draw speed by 1 level for 10 counts, and then cancels own attribute downgrades under normal conditions. This is a fine green card. I don't think it's anything too crazy, but the fact that it gives you card draw speed and you get ki back and damage, it seems fine. It's good. Okay, main ability. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores own health by 30% and ki by 50. He gets 20% damage inflicted for 30 counts. And then he changed his own blast arts cards into special move cards. Okay, we're continuing with the special move theme here. So what? The plan is just to get a full hand of blast cards, go into this Goku, change them all into blue cards, and then go into Tien and just like fire away with the tri-beam. Is that that's the plan here? I guess. All right, then we got Sun Family, USS, Strike Attack and Defense, and then Event Exclusive Blast Attack. All right, unique abilities. United Power applies the following effects to self when battle starts. 80% damage inflicted. Reduces damage received by 35%. The following effects occur according to the number of timer counts elapsed with current character. 3 counts elapsed. Restores on ki by 20 and 10% of damage inflicted for 20 counts. 6 counts is 20 ki and 10% damage inflicted. That's the same. That didn't change. Okay. 9. Why they even put that on there? I don't get it. It's the same effect. 9 counts is 20 ki. So the only difference between that and 9 counts is the damage inflicted also applies to allies. Okay, got it. Mid-fight power-up is the final unique ability here. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses an arts card. Reduces damage received by 25% for 10 timer counts. Cannot be stacked. 20% of special move damage inflicted for 10 counts. Following effects occur every time own attack is evaded with a vanishing step. Reduces enemy ki by 20. Restores on health by 10%, and then 20% damage inflicted. So that's kind of like anti perfect vanish. That's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like shades of red Kefla from last year. I'm not a huge fan of that. Okay, they seem good. I think Tien probably to me seems the best out of the three, but we will see. Let's move on to equipment. See if I know for sure that we have some new equipment here. Let's go into the archive. What do we got here? All right, so the Beerus unique equipment here. Oh, so this is literally okay. This is not what I thought it would be. I knew they were gonna like enhance the drops that you get from the like of specific events, but I expect it to be an actual equipment. Okay, so what? This is only going to be useful for the anniversary, and after the anniversary is over, it's just like useless. Okay, interesting. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that. We have this though. What is this? What is this? What is this? I want to see teamwork. Slot 1, base strike defense, 5%. I don't know what this is. I guess we'll come back to this at a later date. I don't understand what that is. Okay, interesting. What is this? Ultra Instinct equip for Universe Survival Saga. 13% blast, strike, and 10% HP. Not bad. Seems like a pretty basic equipment, but it's not too bad because it has HP on it. This one is Super Warrior. Now this is an equipment. Universe 7. So you got 15% to both offenses and defenses and HP. That's like a mini EX equipment. Okay. That's definitely a good buff for Super Warriors. They needed it. they still need more, but it's a good start. Anything else here, or is it just going to be those? Oh, this actually awakens? What the hell is this? Awakened, I want... Okay, so basically that... So what you're telling me is that this equip is worthless outside of it being awakened, I guess, is how this works, right? Okay, what does this do? So this is no condition. Anyone can use this. Base strike defense and blast defense, up to 10% for both of them. 4% to base blast attack per party member using this same equipment, and then strike attack in slot 3. The reason why this is interesting is because this helps characters that have very, very minimal equipment options. But other than that, I don't see this being used, really. I really don't. Because what you're going to be getting out of this is like 12% to pure blast and strike, and then 10% to both defenses. That's okay. It's not great. So, I don't know. Maybe if they bumped that up to like 6%, we'd be talking, but 4%? I don't know. Anyway, that is going to do it for the initial breakdown on the characters and equipment coming during the 4th anniversary. Let me know down below what you guys think. I think the Vegeta and the Goku look very... I mean, this Goku easily could be the best unit in the game. We'll see. Again, it's very hard to tell because we haven't used him yet, but let me know down below what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.